Did a simple social media post just expose a deep fracture within the Republican Party? We're talking about a firestorm ignited by a staffer's words during Pride Month, forcing a Republican congressman to issue a very public reprimand. Before we dive into this explosive story, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and keeps you informed. So, the latest controversy involves Republican Congressman Andy Ogles of Tennessee. His communications staffer apparently posted something on X, formerly Twitter, that was described by Ogles himself as stupid and hurtful. The post, which has since been deleted, coincided with the ongoing Pride Month in June and read, "Homosexuality has no place in America. Happy Nuclear Family Month." Now, this isn't just a random tweet. This was posted from the official account of a sitting member of Congress. And to make matters even more ironic, Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee had recently signed a resolution designating June 2026 as Nuclear Family Month. So, while that designation might be a separate legislative move, the timing and the wording of the staffer's post certainly amplified the inflammatory nature of the message. The reaction was swift and, frankly, brutal. Congressman Andy Ogles himself issued a statement acknowledging the post. "Earlier today, while working on the farm, my phone began going crazy because of a post made by a member of my comms team. The post was stupid, hurtful, and a complete distraction from my America First focus. The employee has been reprimanded." He clearly felt the need to distance himself and his office from the statement, calling it a stupid, hurtful error. But the criticism wasn't just internal from Ogles' own office. Other Republicans, including New York Representative Mike Lawler, were quick to condemn the post. Lawler directly addressed Ogles on X, stating, "Homosexuality exists in America. In fact, Andy, you have family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, and constituents who are gay and lesbian. It doesn't make them less than or somehow unworthy of being an American." What an absolutely idiotic statement to make. Lawler's response highlights a clear divide, with some Republicans actively pushing back against what they see as divisive and out-of-touch rhetoric. Lawler himself had earlier wished constituents a happy Pride Month, underscoring the contrasting approaches within the party. This incident raises several critical questions. Firstly, what does this say about the vetting process for social media content emanating from congressional offices? Reprimanding a staffer is one thing, but the fact that such a statement was drafted and posted from an official account indicates a significant lapse in judgment. Secondly, it highlights the ongoing tension within the Republican Party regarding social issues, particularly concerning LGBTQ rights. While some in the party, like Congressman Lawler, seem to be embracing a more inclusive stance or at least a more measured approach, others, like the sentiment expressed in the now-deleted post, appear to be doubling down on more traditional or exclusionary viewpoints. The America First agenda, often associated with a more nationalist and sometimes culturally conservative platform, is clearly being interpreted and implemented in vastly different ways by different members of the party. Ogles' statement that the post was a distraction from my America First focus suggests that he views inclusivity and LGBTQ rights as being at odds with his core political mission, a perspective that is clearly not shared by all of his colleagues. Furthermore, this incident occurs against a backdrop of broader discussions about LGBTQ rights in America, with June being a month dedicated to celebrating and acknowledging the contributions of the LGBTQ community. Statements like the one from Ogles' staffer serve to alienate and marginalize individuals and communities, potentially impacting not just public perception but also policy decisions that affect millions. It's also worth noting the context of other related stories, like the Chicago College removing an LGBTQ pride flag over institutional neutrality concerns, suggesting a broader societal debate is underway. The Nuclear Family Month designation, while potentially having its own legislative intent, becomes entangled in this controversy, highlighting how language and timing can amplify existing divisions. It's a stark reminder that political messaging, especially from elected officials and their staff, carries immense weight and can have significant consequences. What is the endgame here? Are we seeing a deliberate strategy to appeal to a specific conservative base, even if it means alienating a broader segment of the population and creating internal party strife? Or is this simply a case of poor judgment and a need for better staff training? The consequences could range from further polarization within the party to a loss of support from moderate voters who might be put off by such divisive rhetoric. For the LGBTQ community, it's another instance of feeling attacked or dismissed by those in power. So what do you think about this? Was Congressman Ogle's staffer's post simply a stupid mistake, or does it reveal a deeper, more troubling ideology within some corners of Congress? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a developing story, and the implications for political discourse and party unity are significant. We'll continue to follow it closely.